Good morning, everyone. And I'm speaking quietly because we have a visitor. Well, you know who she is, but she just happens to be sitting next to me. So this may be the final sighting of Luna um, for the remainder of the year. Hang on just a second. Ben, 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 Ben. Oi, 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 oi. Look who's here. Look who's here. Say hello and say goodbye because I know you like to be pet, but only for a short amount of time. This is this is Luna. For those of you who hear me talking about her and you don't get to see her very frequently, she's like staring at the camera thinking, "What the fuck am I doing here?" Anyhow, Luna wishes you a happy new year. You want to go back to your chair? Hmm? Come on. There you go. Ah, okay. So, anyhow, here we are. Coffee and headlines. Our morning get together. I'm sorry for getting personal, but she's now being because it's colder. She likes to be in bed more often than not. Anyhow, this is December 30th. The year's almost over. We'll have another broadcast tomorrow, and then we will pre-record January 1st. But it is great to see you as always. We have headlines. We have more leisurely headlines than formal headlines, but we have headlines anyway. We are excited about tonight, getting ready for the concert. For those of you that are going to be there, it'll be a pleasure to see you. For those of you that are going to watch via the live stream, well, we're going to be there as well. And for those of you that are not going to watch, we love you anyway. So there. Um, as always, we will go through our news, but first, if you are new to the broadcast, it's always a pleasure to give you a nice welcome. So feel free to write the word "new" as a comment, and we will be so very happy to give you a proper welcome. If you have any important issues that you wish to bring up during the broadcast, let us know by adding a letter Q. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for being a part of our cluster. No live broadcasts on YouTube yet, but we love it when you go thumbs up if you like the broadcast that we put together for you. So let us dive into the news so we can then get to see all of your wonderful comments. We start with great news for folks living in Playa Grande as the reconstruction of the suspended bridge that crosses over the Pitillal River that was destroyed by heavy rain during Hurricane Nora on August 29th was finally completed. Without this bridge, people living in this neighborhood have to walk as much as 40 miles through the hills in order to reach the closest bus stop in Nayarit, and that would be the San Esteban bus stop. It was over 2 months of struggle for families without vehicles that had to schlep basic necessities from store to home, while walking through makeshift paths and surrounded by livestock. Not a nice way to carry your groceries, if you ask me. A bunch of hungry cows looking as you're walking by. I don't think so. And if this sounds too foreign to you, well, it's happening right here in our municipality, and we must remember that not all of Puerto Vallarta is as user friendly as we would like to think, and that's why we're going to now take a quick look at the map for context. So here is um, here is Puerto Vallarta, of course. You know, there is our zona romántica, as you like to call it, or whatever. And here's Playa Grande. Now let me zoom into Playa Grande so you can see the lay of the land. It's this neighborhood that is on the Jalisco side of the river, but the closest way of transportation is on the Nayarit side. So there is a suspended bridge around here that was destroyed during the hurricane. So now that it is back in order, people are able to get from one important place to another, and people are more connected. And this is really, really good news for all the folks living in that neck of the woods. Meanwhile, another bridge has been raising eyebrows and causing concern among passersby, and that would be the Vehicular bridge, excuse me, over the Rio Cuale at Ignacio Vallarta, which is presently being used for two-way traffic while the Insurgentes Street bridge is rebuilt. Apparently, some cracks are clearly visible along its surface, and we can see that on this headline, on this photograph. And some people have been concerned about this, and this was brought up to the attention of local authorities and members of Puerto Vallarta School of Architects. And they took to the task of inspecting the bridge along with other Puerto Vallarta authorities from civil protection. And fortunately, the cracks are only superficial and they do not represent any risk as the structure of the bridge is sound. What is going to happen with these cracks is they will be replaced by neoprene joints, which are more appropriate for this type of situation. That said, well, we can certainly hope that our Insurgentes Bridge will be ready in March, as that seems to be the new due date. But do we actually get into April? Who knows? As I've said before, goodbye, Luna. As I've said before, you know, it's time to place our bets. Great question from Craig, but I'm going to save that for the end of the broadcast. Can you do a quick review of the tipping of grocery baggers? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. But let's first take a quick look at the weather. And after the weather, we will do a quick and dirty explanation of the cabañuelas. We talked about them yesterday. Somebody asked about them. I did my homework and I have an interesting story to share. I never tire of my musical cues between sections. If you ever tire of them, let me know and we'll replace them by something else. Um, let's see. Snarky Weather says, I think the sun is trying to blind my ocular sensor. Well, isn't that special? 24 degrees in Puerto Vallarta feels like 27 right now. Humidity is high, 75%. There goes my linen outfit comfort. I'm going to be all schwitzy tonight and I'm not going to like it, but it is what it is. Our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 76, and our weather forecast for today, tomorrow, and Saturday is as follows. Humid day today with a high temperature of 27, low temperature of 17. And then on Friday, it is going to be a clear day with a high temperature of 28, low temperature of 17. And on Saturday, it'll be a clear day with a high temperature of 28 and a low temperature of 17. Boom. Let's see what else we have in store for you by clicking a couple of places. Oh, God, yes. Ay, Dios mío. Well, let's start with the cabañuelas first. Let's talk about cabañuelas. Cabañuelas. Then we put this word on the screen so that you can get familiar with it. Let's see. Cabañuelas. Cabañuelas, cabañuelas. This word is likely to come up in conversation Right on top of my beard. Sure, why not? We are likely to hear about cabañuelas this time of year. What the hell is a cabañuela? Well, it's very easy to explain. For starters, if the word does show up in conversation while you're riding a cab or you're speaking with a local, it usually refers to the sporadic rain showers we tend to receive in town this time of year. Um, so somebody says if it starts raining, somebody will say, "Oh, those are the cabañuelas." But it's not like that is the name of the rain showers themselves. In reality, las cabañuelas are a traditional form of weather prediction dating back many centuries, and they originated in Spain. The method is practiced throughout Mexico and South America, the Caribbean, and even in parts of Africa that were previously territories of Spain. And the way they are practiced is as follows. Get this, and this is why I like snarky weather so much, because snarky weather is a lot easier to get along with. The first 32 days of the year, or the month of January, are carefully observed in order to predict the weather for the rest of the year. The first 12 years of the first 12 days of the year, like January 1st to January to January 12th, represent the 12 months of the year. So January 1st corresponds to January, January 2nd corresponds to February, and so forth and so on. Then the 13th day of the month to the 24th represent the months in reverse. Are you still with me? So, based on the weather forecast or the weather behavior for each one of these days, record keepers use their findings to predict the weather for the rest of the year. It's an empirical science, but it seems to work for some, as it is a method that is still being used here and there. For me, no, no shame, but it's a lot easier to rely on snarky weather. So that is my short and somewhat empirical explanation of cabañuelas. And now, to rain on our parade, no pun intended, whether we like them or not, the New Year's Eve fireworks are coming at a price of 300,000 pesos donated by Puerto Vallarta's business community. So expect plenty of unhappy pets tomorrow evening, and tons of people gathering at the Malecon as early as 8 p.m. as other festivities related to the holiday village will also take place there. You've seen how it is, you've seen how it gets, so if you go, you know what to expect. Now, yesterday, you asked for the Mexican equivalent of Karen, and we described our lords and ladies. And just as if I had asked for it, we have a lord in the making, and it happened at Marina Vallarta, probably last night or maybe the night before. Apparently, a family parked on the sidewalk in Marina Vallarta in order to have dinner somewhere in the vicinity, even blocking part of a handicapped parking spot. And when the tow truck came to schlep the vehicle away, the family got all bent out of shape and started getting violent and complaining and, well, getting lordy. And they even started to record the incident to document how they were being treated unfairly while they were breaking the law. How dare you punish us for breaking the law, kind of thing. So when they saw that the local authorities were not going to budge, they had no choice but to follow the tow truck to pay the corresponding fine and get their vehicle back and get back to their dinner. And that is what happens when you think you are above the law. Now, will they become actual lords and ladies? Will this guy or this family become Lord Parking or Lord Sidewalk or Lord Asshole? Who knows? Who knows? But if they post their videos and the videos are funny or ridiculous or absurd enough, they will become viral and somebody will eventually give them a name and we'll laugh about this for 3 or 4 days. And then other lords and ladies will come into the picture to replace these ones. It's never ending, but it's kind of fun to watch. And now for unrelated things, it is that time of year. There's just not a lot of news to share, but if you are yearning to travel, the New York Times has a series of apps that help us dream of upcoming trips. I haven't looked at them, but I'm definitely interested as I'm getting antsy about traveling again. I can't help it, but hopefully it's just me, and hopefully the world is. Well, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about traveling anymore because everything seems to be changing on a daily basis. Also, from the New York Times, five more classical music albums to hear right now, in case you are curious. And finally, from the Huffington Post, seven food resolutions nutritionists, not doctors, not dietitians, but nutritionists would like you to make this year. Again, I think any time of the year is a good time for a new positive, healthy resolution. But you know how we are about New Year's resolutions. My waist size is definitely interested in reading this article. We'll see what they have to say. But not now. Now we turn over to your own comments. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Bye bye, cabañuelas. Boop. There you go. Let me now rewind the comments so that we can see what you guys are up to. Lots of good mornings as always. I happen to catch some people that are going to go to the concert, and that is very exciting. I will have to shave, and tonight will be the first day of the year. I have to think about this, but tonight will be the first night of the year that I wear long pants. What can I tell you? Let's see. Raymond can't wait for the concert tonight. That makes two of us. Yay. Paco, ¿me podrías informar si se pueden comprar o conseguir test rápidos de COVID en Puerto Vallarta? I'm going to translate that. Can you inform if there can be rapid tests for COVID found? Can they be found in Puerto Vallarta? They are all over the place, Daniel. There are different places around the city where you can walk in and out, and your results are ready in no time. There is a testing site right at across from La Isla. It's for cars, but you can walk in and out. There's a lot of health clinics and a lot of drugstores that have them. And I am sure that someone here in the cluster would be very glad to give you more specific information about that. Let's see what else we have. Oh, comments for Luna. Of course, she's beautiful. She's my girl. Love my pet. And hopefully she will not get too wigged out with the fireworks. She does. She gets all bent out of shape. She likes to sneak under the blankets with me. Let's see. Love the way you are with Luna. You know, Betsy, it's really funny because I have friends that own cats that are not very personal with their pets, and Luna and I have a very close relationship only because I spend the time to be with her and play with her, and it pays off. I just love the fact that she is a very, very close friend. You know, she'll come back here, and if I go over to my crochet station, which is over there, she'll go and sit next to me, and when it's time for me to go to bed, she follows me there, and I couldn't be a happier father to my kitty cat, or mother. I don't know what I am. Michael has been away a tad busy. Well, I wouldn't expect any less, Michael. I'm sure you're going to have very successful evenings today and tomorrow, but I know from a previous conversation that you will be home early. I don't blame you, and I just wish you and anyone that's going to venture out for early dinner, a safe return home. And if you are going to be out and about celebrating the new year, you know what the guidelines are, you know what to do. Just take good care of yourselves while you're out there. Let's see what else we have. People that are getting close to arriving. That's wonderful. Oh, Scott, I'm so glad that you are here because, that was a good example of a Lord, and you were asking about this just yesterday. Now, Craig had a good question here. Can you do a quick review of the tipping of grocery baggers? I have two folks almost getting a fist fight over who gets to bag my stuff. So I wonder if I am over tipping. I think you are over sexy, Craig, and maybe that's why they're fighting over you. Baggers, for me, it's anywhere between 15 and 20. And I always 15 or 20 pesos. And I'd be curious to see how much other people are tipping. I will tip more if the person is a senior citizen and if the rapport is friendly, it's like I'm always kind to them, and I always want to make sure that they feel appreciated and taken into account. And once again, I shared this tip the other day because it was new to me. It happens to us every now and then that we get up to the cash register and we pay with our credit or debit cards, and we look into our pockets and we have no change, or we have no small bills, and the cashiers are not always able to break a large bill while we're paying for our groceries. Well, an alternative is to, tell the bagger, I am really sorry, I don't have any change, but I would gladly buy a snack for you from the chingaderas that they have here, on the cash register aisle. Those last minute candies and potato chip bags, and bags of potato chips that they have. So I have done that once, and I have vowed to myself to do that moving forward. Well, actually, I don't ever want to get to the cashier without making sure that I have money to tip people. But I wonder what other people are tipping. I'll be curious to see what comments other people have. My local geography consultant, thank you very much. The other side of the Pitillal River at Playa Grande is still in Jalisco. Thank you very much for that, Catherine. Love it. Um, oh my God, that's right. Today is Den's final day of work. Welcome to retirement. Oh my God, retired as of 3 p.m. today and celebrating by going to Teatro Vallarta tonight. Den, that is absolutely wonderful. Congratulations. And yes, now let's get ready for our wheelchair interview sometime early next year, and hopefully you'll still have some leftover cheesecake. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Jenny, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We already used the hand claps, so you get one of these. Happy birthday, Jenny. Okay, no, that's not enough. Where's my kazoo? Oh, Luna. Shit. My kazoo is gone. I tell you, sometime Luna climbs on my desk and things happen. Happy birthday, Jenny. Let's see what else is going on. What happened to the cold front that was forecasted to bring cool temps? I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. I saw it on the weather forecast yesterday. I didn't bring it up, but I did definitely see it. Let's see what else. Oh, yes, I read about this. Over 200 cowboys yesterday at La Catrina. If it wasn't for the COVID, it would have been a great outing for some eye candy. Absolutely. The Mexican gay cowboys always get together in Puerto Vallarta. There's a national chapter of Mexican gay cowboys, which are very different from US cowboys. It's a totally different concept, and we can get into explaining that at some point if you guys are curious. Just write gay cowboy in your comments, and I'll tell you all about Mexican gay cowboys. They are in town, and they are really yummy eye candy, and I wish them well. I mean, I tend to think that I'm on the conservative side about going out and meeting people and hanging out at places. But clearly, some people also feel very comfortable doing it. So I just hope they are having a good vacation and enjoying their time here. Let's see what else we have. Bum 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 bum. Oh my God, yes, Barbara. It is the Mexican version of Farmer's Almanac. And there is a calendar that is very difficult to find, the Aspeitia calendar. It's published in Guadalajara. It's published by a Catholic publisher, by a Christian Catholic, well, by a religious publisher. And they have a Mexican version of the Farmer's Almanac. And it's a fabulous book because just like the Farmer's Almanac, you read it and it has all these factoids. In fact, it's on my to-do list because I've asked for it. They used to carry it at the religious bookstore across the street from the Guadalupe Church, and last 2 or 3 times that I've gone there, they've been like, what are you talking about? But they still have the publishing house in Guadalajara, and I vowed to myself that the next time I go to Guadalajara, I will buy a copy of the Mexican Farmer's Almanac just to read it out loud during our broadcasts. There you have it. Let's see what else. Um, that's level 5. Well, yeah, I feel sad for all the gals and all the people out there that call themselves Karen. It's so unfair. Um, so I will stick to lords and ladies. Um, okay, I have no idea who that is, but I'm definitely gonna Google that. Puxatony Phil. Never heard of him, but wow, what a name! What a name! Davana Yoga had a good suggestion to make intentions, not resolutions. Oh my God! What a beautiful change of word. Thank you very much, Barbara. Let's make them intentions. I love that. Love that. Thank you for the good wishes, Gary. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. My job is very easy. All I have to do is make sure that people appreciate the wonderful opportunity that we'll have to be together and enjoy well performed live music. Yay! Um, Another good wish. Thank you very much for that. Let's see what else. Thank you very much. Here is a good source for COVID testing, very efficient at Salud Digna. It's only 260 pesos, and that's on Francisco Villa. Just as a point of reference, Salud Digna is right across from La Comer, so it should be very easy to find. And I don't know if that is the same as this one, but let me show it to you on the map. As long as we have a map in the house, let's bring up the map and get us close to. Whoa, no, we don't want to go to the mountains. We want. There it is. See, Salud Digna. Let me just give you a sense of where we are. There is La Comer, and there is Fluvial, and there is Costco, and Salud Digna is here just across the street. So I am sure they must have there must be other places. There must be other places in town where you can find the test, but that is walking distance from me. If I ever get the sniffles, that's where I'm going to go. Let's see. Uh, Claude says a fur daddy for Luna. Paco says a fur daddy for Paco. Thank you very much. Um, Luna can do just fine with my love as it is. The one that needs a fur daddy here is me. Let's see what else. Da 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 da. Da. Diane tips between 10 and 20 pesos. There you go, right around where I am. Bill usually tips 20 pesos. Um, More 10 to 20s. So there you have it. So we're all around the same mark. Craig's been tipping 15%. Well, honey, if you go out and spend, 1,000 pesos in groceries, and you have a restaurant, so I'm sure that you're, um, wait, you have a restaurant, or am I confusing with someone that doesn't? I'm not sure, but if you're doing a big grocery trip and you're tipping 15%, well, of course I want to bag your groceries. Just let me know the next time you're there, and I will be standing in line and fighting for the option. Um, let's see, and yes, it does sound like they got you pegged. Um, oh, gay cowboys, gay cowboys, gay cowboys. Okay, I will talk about gay cowboys. Oh my God, everybody wants to know about the gay cowboys. Um, I can do that now, actually, because it's not that long of a story. But we can go there. Honey, of course, there's a big difference between charro and charo. It all starts with cuchi cuchi cuchi. But no, I mean, gay cowboys in Mexico, or vaqueros is what they call them. It has more to do with countryside men. And remember, the country in Mexico is like just about every little pueblito in the middle of nowhere. And there are gay people there too, because, you know what they say, 1 in 10 kind of thing. And so think about this for a second. These gay men, or that identify themselves as being gay, live in the middle of nowhere. They have never been exposed to bars or the culture. Maybe they don't have a lot of internet, and maybe they don't care to be like the type of gay men that we've come to become familiar with from our country, from more urban places, and certainly from other countries. So, gay cowboys in Mexico are men that enjoy their cowboyness. They dress like rancher men. They wear hats, cowboy hats. They're not particularly interested in the very foofy gay scene, the discos and the fashion and the this, that, and the other. And for better or worse, a lot of them are still in the closet. Remember, and I'm being very general here. This certainly does not apply to everyone. Um, there's a lot of gay men that don't come out of the closet because they don't have to. And in Mexico, in some Latin American countries, it is not like in the United States, for example, when you get to a certain age and you move out. In Mexico, I have friends in their 30s and 40s, and they're still living with their parents. And this in Mexico is not something to be ashamed of. So a lot of these cowboys are still living very sheltered lives, and when they come to Puerto Vallarta to get together, they organize their own parties. They have special nights at certain clubs, et cetera, et cetera. I remember when I was still actively collaborating with my dear friend Paul at Hotel Mercurio, he would host a party for the Cowboys. And more often than not, while my job was to document these parties, with photographs, many of them did not wish to be photographed because they did not want photographs of themselves published in social media, fearing that they would be spotted by their families. So it is definitely its own culture. I would not quite say underground, but it is definitely their own culture. In fact, the hat store that we've mentioned at Puerto Vallarta, at Pitillal, sorry, is owned by one of the organizers of the local gay chapter of the Mexican Cowboys, and they have other gatherings around the country throughout the year. Paul and I once almost went to one of them, and it was taking place at Real de Catorce, which is a pueblo mágico in the middle of nowhere. And so that's what they prefer. They go to small rancherias or small towns, and that's where they gather, where they can be themselves, and nobody seems to frown upon it. And that is the very, very short explanation of what the vaquero or Mexican gay cowboy culture is like. Um, oh my God, and my dear friend Ramses is here. Ramses, te amo. Ramses is one of my favorite people, and someone anybody interested in Mexico's gay community history should get to know, because Ramses must have been, oh my goodness, like 17 or 18 when he started DJing here in town at gay bars. And now Ramses is like 112. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just say that Ramses can tell you all kinds of stories about the gay scene in Puerto Vallarta from many, many years back. He is, I think he is the nephew, or his relatives used to be the owners of Los Balcones, which was an old gay bar in El Centro, and so forth and so on. So it's great to see you, Ramses. Um, I wish you the best in the next year. Dan asks, do you ever get stage fright? Absolutely. Absolutely. But only when I'm playing an instrument. Conducting, when I used to have a chamber chorus, it was never a big deal because I was facing the ensemble, not the audience. When I've sung in choruses, I don't like to sing in the front row because invariably at some point during the performance while I'm reading my music, I will start thinking, oh shit, I am sure that my fly is open and everybody can tell that I'm wearing red underwear. So when you're in the front row, you just cannot, be in the middle of a glorious day and all of a sudden you reach down to zip your fly or to check if it's open or not. So I always preferred to sing in the back row where you can comfortably go check if your pecker is sticking out or whatever. But when it comes to speaking, I get nervous and excited, but never stage frighty. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Um, let's see. Oh, that is the name of the groundhog has a name. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I had no idea. The next time somebody gives me shit for having fun on Dia de los Inocentes and giving you fake news, I'm going to say, not only do you trust your science or groundhog, but you named him. How colorful and interesting is that? Thank you very much. Oh, and there's a, see, I never knew. I never knew the groundhog has a name. What a complicated name. Jesus. Thank you for the lesson. Let's see. And these gay cowboys or mountain men are absolutely beautiful men. Great genes. Hello. Yes. It's great to go to those parties, let me tell you. Mexican cowboys like some on the down low in communities in the US. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure there's got to be an equivalent in just about every or other in every country. There has to be an equivalent to them because not everybody wants to conform or is exposed to the big cultural influences that we have when we live in a more urban environment. And yeah, this brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Yay! One more, and we end this year. We are over a year and a half of doing coffee and headlines. We will celebrate a second year anniversary on March 31st of 2022. That will be 2 years of doing this. For a while, it was 7 days a week. Now it's 6 days a week, but it is such a wonderful ride. I cannot thank you enough for walking this road with me, for being here every morning, and for making every day special and meaningful. If you feel the same way, just keep coming back because we still have many, many, many other wonderful stories to share, many things to connect, and many things to celebrate. So go have a safe 30th of December, and maybe I'll see you tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And if not, I will see you again live on January 2nd, as January 1st will be our pre-recorded show with not resolutions but intentions on how you can become more of an English speaking local. Stay put, have fun, and I'll see you soon.